It might be a stroke. And for those of you who just joined us on YouTube or wondering what the hell's going on, sorry. Welcome to AIWF Ringside Wrestling. I am Mad Matt Carter, being joined by Commissioner Rick Diesel and Hall of Famers Brian and Reagan Danzig. How is everyone doing this week?
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I am out for the summer.
My desk is out of line.
You're free. You're free from
So that kind of gives the idea of what my shoot job is.
Yeah, that kind of gave it away. That's why I said, you're free from those little monsters. In much respect, I could not do that job. I would be fired in the first week. Like, who you smarting off to, you little bastard? You're probably going to end up in prison one day, and that'd be the end of my teaching career.
Don't think I don't think it.
And know what? You're probably right. So anyway, yeah, all kids don't grow up to be doctors and lawyers and preachers. Some of them go to prison. All right. So with that positive attitude, welcome to the show, everybody. We've got a lot of fun things going on in wrestling this week. And Reagan, you mentioned before we hit record that you wanted to ask a question about a WWE product.
I do, and I'm gonna see. Okay, so I get WWE products, like on targeted ads, and I found this Edge Iconolast 50x60 Sherpa throw. Oh, you can't see it.
No, but I am gonna head to
target. Oh, there it is. What is the deal with that? And it was $20. So, and it was marked down from like 40. So what is the deal with that?
It's on Target's website, you said?
No, it's on the WWE website.
Oh.
It's a blanket?
Shop. Yeah, it's a blanket, but it doesn't have his picture. It doesn't, all it says is iconoclast, and it has no picture, no nothing. It's pink, and I have no idea why. It's an officially licensed gear.
Yep, I found it.
Well, he lives in Asheville, North Carolina. It gets cold up there, so maybe they're just promoting blankets.
Could be. Hang on a second. Let me screen share. I found it. It didn't take long.
Okay.
Let me see here. Share screen. And Edge. I'm having trouble pronouncing that too, but here it is. Only 5 left. They're a big seller. It looks like just a pink freaking towel to me.
A blanket. Well, it's 50x60, so it's a rather large throw.
So it's almost like a beach towel or something, right?
Yeah, but it's Sherpa. Sherpa is soft, like blanket?
They make jackets out of them. It's like the lining of a jacket, ain't it?
Yes.
Well,
and I just...
If you guys want this thing, you better act fast. It's $21 plus taxes and fees, and you can earn if you're a member of Fanatics, you can earn 63 cents on fan cash with this item. So, boy, they're just giving them away, I tell you. But there's only 5 left, so somebody's been buying this shit. So,
and you're the one that watches, so I thought maybe you would know, like, why.
No.
Yeah, I thought maybe like he wore a scarf that looked like that or something, like that was part of his look.
Not that I can remember, but see, we haven't really seen Edge since WrestleMania. He had to match.
Maybe he's gonna come back in pink Sherpa.
Good day.
maybe we should start selling. Never mind.
Well, the older we get, the more comfort becomes a more important issue. So, but anyway, your Edge Sherpa thing, whatever, on sale now, $21. Get them. There's only 5 left. So head on over to www.shop.com. They don't even sponsor us. But anyway, so I guess we could get going with the slideshow here. Let's do that
show.
Yeah, we got plenty to cover this week, no doubt about it. Lots going on in our part of the wrestling world as well as the whole country. Let's see here. All right. Can you guys see the slideshow nice and good?
Yes.
All right. Here we go. It's AIWF Ringside Wrestling. Don't forget to look for us on Instagram. We're AIWF Mid-Atlantic Wrestling and Diesel 247. That's Diesel, DEEZEL 247 on Instagram. And Here I am on Twitter, Mad Matt Concord. If you want to see videos of people getting hurt and other wrestling related stuff, not just wrestlers getting hurt, but like general dumbassery, I have just found a gold mine of stuff to retweet here lately. That's just I've been giving me a lot of personal fun. I don't know. I don't think I picked up not one follower from it, but if you want to see some stuff, come on over to that Twitter page. It's a lot of fun. And here's the latest update for the Carson tournament. So we know in the semifinals it's going to be Fighters Club and Black Society. Let's see what happens on the other side of the bracket. Now, I've seen some of the match lined up for extreme content. Do we know if we're going to have a Carson tournament match at that event this Saturday or no?
One of them is.
One of them?
Yeah, one has been announced. It was Sin and a mystery opponent.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Jeff Paul and
Sid Myers.
Yes.
Sid Myers. Mr. Sid Myers.
All right. So that'll be an interesting matchup. And of course, this weekend is the big Beer City Bruiser Pro Wrestling Seminar. It runs from 1 to 3. This is not a beginner's class, correct? This is
right. No, it's just for wrestlers, managers, referees. It's just to hone your skills and pick what's left of his brain.
Mm-hmm. And learn new things. There's always new things to learn if
It is a Ring of Honor. He's got to be hitting the head a lot.
A referee, if you think you know it all, then go ahead and hang it up right now, because there's nobody that knows it all.
Yeah,
exactly. And anybody can give you a different perspective and show you something new. So, and at just $25, this is a really good deal.
Well,
if I were still wrestling, I would definitely do this.
He is one of the wrestlers that I will, I'll stand behind a seminar with him because he's been there and done that. He's signed on the line.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? It was Ring of Honor, but that's one of the big ones.
Yeah, it's a national promotion. It's a national promotion.
Yeah, it's a nationwide promotion. It had a TV deal, so he's been there. He's done that, so he's not like these, guys who do seminars who's, oh yeah, I've been all over the East Coast.
It was a lot of people.
There was a guy.
And anybody who has actually been in a Ring of Honor ring, they can at least tell you how they did it. So, other
they
people
have knowledge that will benefit you. They've been there, they've done that, and and they've got the T-shirt.
I need that. Mm-hmm. I think of Ring of Honor. I think of the Bravado Brothers too. They were there. Speaking of the Bravado Brothers, I want to ask the fans out there a question. You drop it in the chat and let us know. Where is Andre Chase? He has been off of NXT TV for a few weeks now, although the Chase University thing is going on. It's just, Duke is
school is out.
Well, Duke has taken it over and said he was going to change the name from. He was thinking about changing the name from Chase University to Duke University, but Booker T said he might run into some copyright trouble with that.
Yeah, I was going to say he might run into some issues with that.
Yeah, so that was a funny bit they're doing on NXT, and the girl that wrestles with Chase U, I can't remember her name, but she is a firecracker. Has a women's title shot coming up pretty quick on NXT. So interesting things going on. But I was wondering if Andre Chase is out with an injury or what. But if anybody knows the answer to that question, they can let me know in the chat. But anyway, speaking of Beer City Bruiser, and come on up for the seminar. It's Rick Diesel. You were right. You said you could get behind this seminar. I don't remember us really like hosting seminars before ever.
It's not a big thing with us. I mean, we've done a couple, but like I said, I only endorse seminars by people who's been there and done that. I mean, we did the Ricky Morton seminar one time.
Oh, okay.
And we've done 2 or 3, but I don't, you know, I'm sure I can get a lot of heat from this, but I do not believe in seminars. I don't endorse seminars for people who's never signed a contract with at least a major company with a major TV deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care how long you've been in the business. I don't care how much you know. I don't care how many states you've wrestled in. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many names you've wrestled. If you've never been picked up by a major organization, then I don't endorse a seminar. I don't give a damn who you are.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because basically that's what these seminars are for. That's what a seminar is supposed to be for, is to further your wrestling career. And
right.
if you're working the same circuit as me, then how are you going to teach me how to further my career?
Oh, and just so everybody knows, I do not include the NWA in that.
What? The NWA?
I do not include them. If you signed a contract with the NWA, I don't.
Oh, you're talking about Billy Corgan's
now?
Yeah, now. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Billy Corgan's NWA, I do not include that in the list of you've been there and done that if you've been on their shows.
And I can kind of see where you're coming from, because it's still really a large independent that's driven mostly by traffic on YouTube. I think my personal opinion with the NWA is I was a huge fan when it first started up before the pandemic, right? Then they had the controversy where they fired Jim Cornette. And I was like, yeah, well, kind of see, whatever. Okay, that happened. But then they got a little bit too big for their britches. They decided to put themselves behind a paywall on Fight. And I was just like, no, man, and I was supporting the NWA in the early days. Like, I bought a couple of the pay-per-views and on Fight and watched them. And I remember Wade Barrett one night on the commentary said, hey, for those of you that bought this pay-per-view, thank you for helping us keep the lights on down here. And I remember thinking, well, man, that's pretty cool. They're, really grateful for these pay-per-view buys. So they need it, so I felt like I was doing something to help some young wrestlers out, but then they put the whole thing behind a paywall. And I was just like
cocky.
Yeah, fuck this, man. No. This
well, and I seen the look on Reagan's face. Who clarify? If you've been somewhere and now is in the NWA. Okay. But if your first major gig is working for Billy Corgan in the NWA today, and you still run around doing independence all the other time on the same circuit we do, then no. But there are people who works for Corgan, like Ricky Morton, Tyrus, like those guys have
Nick Aldis.
Mm-hmm.
Aldis.
Nick Aldis. Yeah.
No, he doesn't work there anymore.
Yeah, he's signed with Impact, didn't he?
I don't know where he went. I know he got really pissed off at Billy and they parted ways.
Oh, that's right. They did, because Tyrus is who.
But I'm not even sure I count Nick Aldis in that. What has he done other than that? What did he do before that?
Impact.
I never heard of him until he done the NWA.
He was Magnus and Impact for a long time.
And I'm going to tell you what, I've seen that son bitch wrestle a couple of times in person. He's good. He can go, Nick Aldis. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, we saw him at a house show we went to a house show for Impact several years ago. Mm-hmm. And he was fantastic. Yeah.
So
that just to get me out of any hot water. If you've been to WWE, AEW, Impact, Ring of Honor, and now you're with the NWA, okay, I'll buy that. But if Billy Corgan signed you to, fill a card, no.
Not that that's not a good accomplishment. We want you to for young
wrestlers. It does not give you what you need to tell other people.
Yeah, to lead a seminar.
What are you going to tell them? Well, how did you get signed? Well, I have a nice ass.
Now, that's not always necessarily true.
But anyway,
we just have to agree to disagree on that one.
I'm a little bumfuzzled right now. It's we always used to call Rick Diesel the Howard Stern of professional wrestling. And last week we used so many Howard clips I got doing some research on Howard, and I remembered that we used to call Rick Diesel the Howard Stern of professional wrestling many years ago. Had the same
Back when I could get away with it.
had the same haircut at one time, you know. But
see how quick I got put in my place just for saying that?
What? Hey, look, all we're saying is that, like, if you go to the NWA, that doesn't qualify you to lead seminars. I mean,
right.
That's it.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So, so I can agree with that.
Hey,
all right.
Brian took me to a Smashing Pumpkins concert one time. That don't mean I know Billy Corgan.
That's all right. I've been to a Smashing Pumpkins concert one time. It was
never
good.
seen. That's the first time I'd ever been in an entire Coliseum full of men in dresses.
You must have gone in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were still pretty young then.
Yeah.
I went a couple of years
We
ago.
saw them last year and they were fantastic.
Yeah, I saw them 1 or 2 years ago over here at the place.
I didn't appreciate their choice in opening acts, though.
Who was their opening act?
A band called, you ready for this? Red Meat.
Red
Meat. Brian. I remember that. That's the impression you guys left on me back then.
All I remember. That's all I remember about them.
So never mind.
Now here's a guy that's a big fan of Guar,
and he's traumatized that night. I'll never forget it.
He didn't like red meat, but you like Guar. So what? I mean, what in the world did
it's a different red meat.
Yeah, they didn't live up to the name Red Meat.
No,
maybe they're like talking about dog dicks.
Oh Lord. There's our first dick joke of the night.
That's why I don't share them on Facebook.
If you had 650 in our game, drink now. So look, we got a weird. Let's get back to wrestling. Really weird video got sent to the AIWF Mid-Atlantic. I think it took place at the AML Training Center. I would imagine so. I see a WrestleCade poster in the background, and Beer City Bruiser kind of, guiding young minds on putting up or taking down the ring, I believe. But let's go and take a look at this piece of film. I'm so old school, right? Let's see, and let's take a look at this. If you follow us on Facebook, you've probably already seen it, but I wanted to share it with the podcast listeners and play some sound with it. Let me know if you can hear it real quick.
Guys,
can you hear that? Could you hear the sound?
Yes.
Make sure we keep it up. Everyone keeps doing that.
Beer.
Yeah.
Beer. Look. I saw on the 24th. You're in Mount Airy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I got the perfect plan. I'm gonna fight you and Mount Airy to show that Justin Flash that he's not better than me. He's not better than J-A-C, and I'm gonna beat you because I'm gonna be a former world heavyweight champion. That's what's gonna happen. So how's it sound, Uncle Beer? How's that sound?
You're gonna beat Justin Flash by beating a former world champion, and you go out of your way and you choose me?
Yeah.
You know what, Jack? I can't tell. Are you really that good, or are you really that stupid? You see, you come to me for training. You come here to learn how to fight. I admire it. You're stepping up your game. You want to fight the best. Well, here we go. You want to fight? Let's do it my way. You and me, June 24th, Mount Airy, in a barroom brawl. Yeah, baby, getting drunk and kicking ass.
Oh,
I don't think that win as he had it planned.
No, I don't know what he was expecting to happen though. Going up and challenging a guy like that, especially the guy that trained you. Yeah, that was curious. Curious thoughts.
Yeah, it's interesting. It almost seems like Jack has already got it in his head, like, oh yeah, I've already surpassed you, and so let's, we'll have a match, and of course I'm going to win, and that will prove that I'm better than Justin Flash. And Beer City's kind of like I'm the one who taught you. What do you mean you're just gonna? It's like that. That's what it seemed like to me, and the brawler, he was, you could tell he was insulted, and he should be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to say I want to fight you to show how tough I am, but he already was just had it in his head that he was going to win, and so it's and I think because he was so insulted, that's why he wants to have the barroom brawl match to kind of put Jack back in his place.
Yeah, that being a champion must be a lot of pressure, because we're seeing champions in wrestling kind of losing their freaking minds here lately. MJF had a pretty good meltdown this past Wednesday on the AEW and got suckered into a match. Roman Reigns' entire bloodline has been obliterated now at this point. And that's what I thought when I saw JAC do that. It's like, wow, maybe the pressure's getting to him, because he's won the championship in September. So we're starting to get in the range of being champion for a year. Maybe the pressure's getting to him. I don't know. What do you guys think?
It is a lot of pressure being a champion, and for that amount of time, because I mean it's a ticking clock. Just of it's not a question of if you're going to lose, but when. And Jack is still really young. I mean, he's accomplished a lot in his career so far, but he's still really young. And yeah, you can tell the cracks are starting to show a little bit, and he's the pressure's really starting to get to him. You know, he's blowing. You know, he's blowing up at other members of the Fighters Club, and just blowing up on a lot of people. And you know, now he's insulting his trainer. So yeah, you can really tell that the pressure really is starting to get to him.
Well, it all goes down this Saturday, June 24th. It's Extreme Content, and just looking forward to it. Doors open at 6, bell times at 7-ish. Tickets very affordable, $9 for the floor, $6 for the bleachers. Not a bad seat in that house. You guys know that. So come on down and join us. Let's take a look at what we know we're going to have on the card so far and break down these matches. First up, it's for the Cruiserweight Championship 3-way, no DQ as always in these multiple man matches. JJ Cerna, Logan Quindell, they're challenging Case and Kane. Pretty even matchup here across the board, I think, as far as experience and all that kind of stuff. Would you guys agree, or what do you think?
I'm just surprised Case and Kane has agreed to do a no DQ with his attitude towards his face. So, and his love of his face. I mean, this is a match that's going to be, you know, hard to win and violent. So I'm interested to see if he's able to pull it off, or if he's more protective of his money cow, which is his face. So
what I find interesting about this matchup is that anytime a three-way, anytime it's a three-way match, it takes away your champion's advantage. And Casey Kane, he brought this on himself because he attacked both men in the qualifying match. They were having, JJ Cerna and Logan Quindell were having a match, and the winner would get a shot at the cruiserweight title. He went in and attacked both men, and making the match a no contest. And because of that, both men get a shot at the title. And not only do you lose your champion's advantage, once you add another opponent in the matchup, that's one more, that makes it less likely for you to win. That's one more variable that's going to, you know, one other person who can pin you, one other person that can be pinned or pins the other guy.
Yeah. According to our, we did a Who Wins poll on our community tab on the AIWF Ringside Wrestling YouTube page, and I'm looking at it right now. It's neck and neck. JJ Cerna leads the pack with 50% of the vote. Casey Kane has 44%, and the fans are not very confident in Logan Quindale on this. They've got him at 6%. Rick Diesel, thoughts?
Wow.
I don't know. I was behind because I took a phone call. I'm still hung up on the fact that we was in the barroom brawl match. Every time I look at it, I think Smoke Dog's in it.
I thought the same damn thing, but I was not gonna say it. I was gonna whisper it to Brian and mute my mic, and I wasn't gonna say it.
I don't even remember Smoke Dog.
Oh, you would if you seen him.
Oh, he came to our show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I know.
Went up for an autograph.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
yeah. I think that's really. I think with polls like that, though, I think it's more of a who do you. It's less a who do you think's going to win and who do you want to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's more of a popularity contest.
Right. Yeah, because quite honestly, Logan Quindale has just as much chance as any of the other two of winning, of walking out that night with the title. I think all three men are very equally matched as far as.
I think JJ Cerna is he's the least experienced. Logan Quindale is the most technical, but Casey Kane is on a roll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I look at it. I think of the three, the in-ring Logan Quindale has the technical skills. JJ Cerna, he's still just trying to find his footing in this business. He's still new. Casey Kane, though, with the manager and the title and this new persona, this new image he's finally embraced. I think he's on a roll, and he has a psychology advantage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think he's got the confidence.
Yes.
Too. I think he truly believes that he's the greatest cruiserweight champion that AIWF Mid-Atlantic has had, and that is giving him that confidence boost that is helping him so far. JJ Cerna, I think his thing is he lacks in experience. He makes up with heart. I mean, I've seen him in matches and been like, okay, this is it. He's done, and he kicks out, and I'm like, how did he do that? Like this match should be over right now, but he just keeps going, and he's beating guys 2-3 times his size, and I've seen him make mistakes and rookie mistakes in matchups, but then I see him still overcome that with his heart. So even though he doesn't have the experience or maybe even the technical knowledge of the other two, I think that he still has a good shot at winning this Saturday.
Well, we'll definitely have to see. It's one fall to a finish, so and anything can happen in these matches. It's going to be a test for all three men, and it's going to be very exciting. I can't wait to see who comes out on top. Let's move along. Next match, Sid Crowley and a mystery partner against the Jeff Paul World Order. That's Sid Myers and Jeff Paul. Boy, I tell you what, this poll is a little more lopsided. We also did a Who Wins poll on YouTube, and right now the fans are voting 78% in favor of Sid Crowley and a mystery partner. So
that's a lot of confidence in that mystery partner.
No kidding. That's what I thought when I looked at the results. I was like, wow, okay. And the poll's still going on. So if you want to go out there and vote, go right ahead. Help yourself. Just go to the community tab at AIWF Ringside Wrestling on YouTube. So anyway, so do we have any clue who Sid Crowley's partner is going to be yet? Or are we just going to have to wait till Saturday night and find out?
Well, we'll wait till Saturday night and find out. But I'm sure a lot of the fans are already chiming in on who they think it is. So,
well, we will see. So that's going to be interesting. And anytime Jeff Paul comes to town, it's always interesting. The fans really, really hate his guts. They really do.
Well, I'm just glad he's coming so we can get a picture of him with his beard, instead of him having to pretend like he has one by putting his hand up there.
Yeah, I will say that Sid Crowley does have a lot of experience in tag team wrestling, but one advantage is that having a mystery opponent does give you is the other team can't prepare. They can prepare for you, but they can't prepare for your mystery partner, and that's really going to throw off a game plan. There's a lot more strategy that goes into tag team wrestling, than singles wrestling. And when you don't know who one of your opponents is going to be, it's a big disadvantage for you.
Yep. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be interesting. This Saturday, and this is the Don Carson tournament match. So we're going to start working on the other side of the bracket now, and get down to our semifinals. Remember, the winner of this goes into the semifinals. So, all right, real quick, we're going to take a time out and pay some bills and talk about our friends at Premier Auto Detailing. Hands down, the best auto car cleaning service in town. You call them at 336-883-5722 for more information. They do individual jobs. Like we always joke about, if that old 79 or 69 GMC pickup truck you've had in the backyard on blocks for the last 10 years and you finally got it running and you're ready to get it cleaned up so you can take it to town and show it off to all the ladies, well, the Premier Auto Detailing, it can help you out. They can also help you out if you, need fleet service work. If you own a car lot, a used car lot, or a new car lot, which I don't know if a new car lot would need it, but if you own a used car lot and you need, help cleaning up vehicles on your lot, these are the guys that you can talk to. It's Premier Auto Detailing, and they can help you out. They operate in the Mount Airy, Surry County area. You can give them a call at 336-883-5722. That's 336-883-5722, Premier Auto Detailing. Also want to tell you about Tees Creations Custom Apparel. They are just fantastic. They can make you any kind of custom sweatshirt, t-shirt. They also do the front license plate. They do tumblers, all kinds of nice stuff. And you can reach out to them at teescreations22.com. That's teescreations22.com. No punctuation, just spell it out. TS, then creations22.com. You can also find them on Facebook at Tees Creations by Allied Assemblers. So they are a great sponsor of ours too, and we appreciate it.
That's supposed to be Tees Creations by Allied Apparel.
Allied Apparel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
How long's that been there? And I just now noticed it.
This is the first week.
Yeah, this is the first week. I'll fix it.
Florida, I thought I hadn't been paying attention.
Well, I was putting, I was more concerned. I got that changed, and then I thought it'd be funny to put the Facebook logo and that creepy picture of Zuckerberg there staring at you, just as a rib. But I ended up fucking up the slide. So sorry, Trista. But anyway,
she's on the warpath right now, so
yeah, I wouldn't piss her off.
Oh man, I'm telling you what, I saw some of that traffic on social media. I can't wait to talk to her Saturday. I know. Oh,
it is very interesting. But we're not going to dress it here.
No.
I just said she's on the warpath.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. So anyway, Tees Creations, check them out, everybody. And if you'd love to have your business featured on this debacle, we can help you out. We're putting a headlock on high advertising prices. You cannot find cheaper advertising on any wrestling podcast anywhere. And this is good not only if you have a small business, if you've got some kind of side hustle, say you do rock work or some kind of masonry work, or you cut grass, to put a little extra money on the table, man, we could totally help you out with that. $10 a month, get you reads like you just heard. And we do it. Look, if we take time off, that's not on you, right? You're going to get 4 reads for $10. So 4 consecutive shows for $10 every month. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to Rick Diesel, and we will give you the email address here shortly. If you'd like to shoot us an email, it's AIWF20@hotmail.com. This show airs live every week on Facebook for the most part. You'd be featured on YouTube across all major podcasting platforms. And now this show also goes up on the AIWF network on ROKU. So you could see your ad there. So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. I don't think any other promotion can make your dollar stretch as far as we can here in AIWF Mid-Atlantic. So, if somebody can.
And ladies, if your side hustle is a little sketchy, just keep in mind, $10 is less than 2 songs on the pole.
Yes. Less than 2 songs on the pole. and well,
that's right.
Probably and less than the recording equipment. You're going to need to get that OnlyFans page up and running.
That's right.
So anyway.
Hey, but now, we might have stumbled onto something.
What?
Can we advertise? If they pay us, can we advertise somebody's OnlyFans page as long as we don't show the content?
Yeah, I'd do that.
Okay.
I got no problem with that. I mean, don't let it be said that Matt Carter ever stood in the way of anybody making a buck,
Entrepreneurs is what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. I mean, they figured out a way to do porn and cut out the, all the high production value. Anyway, I'll take a break on that and just keep it moving. Although I was
a lot of people sell feet, which is a little different.
I beat you betting Ginger the other day about a little extra money around the house, and she said no.
Oh, she didn't punch you in the face.
Speaking of which, Rick Diesel, I went looking for that Roku channel you told us about last week. The Grindhouse. Yeah, so I found one called Grindhouse TV, but that was a paid subscription. Like you had to pay like $7.
Well, it's been a couple years since I watched it, but I'm pretty sure that's what the name of it was.
Well, there's
I'll catch Ginger when she's in the shower, and I'll do some research. Because I'm pretty sure it's probably still in my list.
Yeah,
but it just had women taking their clothes off.
This couldn't be the same one. This is actually a movie.
That's the one with the movies. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I typed in Grindhouse, like 3 or 4 different options came up. So maybe I need to check the other one, because if I get another subscription service, my wife's going to kill me. So I can't.
Speaking of ROKU, did our show go up last week?
Yes.
The Iron Cheek
Well, we
show?
need to advertise that when it does.
Oh, well, no, that one hasn't went up yet. The last one of this one that went up was the one where Matt was on his own. Because we got that really cool screenshot off of it.
A television show.
Yes.
Okay. We need to promote the hell out of that.
The one who it actually just went up overnight.
What are we talking about here? Are y'all gonna
the TV show, the television show, the thing that is going to take the AIWF to the next level.
The Mid-Atlantic Live. Is that what you're talking about?
The Mid-Atlantic episode. 429 went up last night.
What are we at on the YouTube? How many am I behind? Let's see.
Well, now keep in mind, you got 428 week before last, but you didn't get 429 this week because Piggy Bank, the Piggy Bank went up last week.
Yep. And we get some good hits on those, man, especially that 6-man with Clara in there. I'm telling you, man, if I type her name at the beginning of in the title, I mean, it goes.
Well, 429, it just went up is Clara and Thunderfoot and Matt Anderson and Murphy Cogswell. Costigan. That's the matches that's on 429.
I can't wait to see that. That's going to be awesome. Benny Conley and Justin Flash square off for the World Shoot Fighting title match. Now, we saw that title defended at the anniversary show on Saturday night, but the guy that had it then, Benny Conley, recently defeated up in West Virginia to win it. So does anybody remember it's, and this is not Justin Flash cashing in the piggy bank. He was in line for this title shot anyway. But does anybody remember the shoot fighting rules are different than a traditional wrestling match?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
I have to step in and do some other stuff. I got to start knowing the history of stuff because not knowing is terrible.
Well, this kind of came up last minute because, like you said, Justin Flash was in line for a shot at the for the shoot fighting world title, but then that fell through, and then
right at the anniversary show,
right, and then Benny Conley wins the title, is going to be at Extreme Content, so Justin Flash is able. It may be that I may have heard somebody say that there might be some more like martial arts rules in a shoot fighting match.
Yeah, I seem to remember it's some type of points and rounds and stuff like that. It's
right.
It's different. You'll like it though. It kind of reminds me of like an old school tape fist match somewhat, but it seems like I remember there being rounds. So it's a lot of fun. It'll be an interesting matchup to say the least. I don't think we've ever seen, at least I haven't, Justin Flash and Benny Conley go one-on-one yet.
No,
I'm excited about it.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm really I'm really looking forward to this matchup. Both Justin Flash and Benny Conley are great technical wrestlers, and then the added thing of it being a shoot fighting match will just add to it. And so yeah, I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Which one of y'all has all this fire and police going by?
Us. I don't know because we live in the country, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Well,
all right.
Yeah, because Matt, you're the biggest city slicker we have on here.
Really? Oh, okay.
You're the closest to it.
I live in the city. I live in Concord, which is pretty sizable, but Charlotte's right over there. So
I'm not going to dox us because we live in a small community.
I've been to their house. They're lucky they don't have a gate.
Wow.
It's fancy down in there.
Way out in the country. Is it as far out in the country as where we went to see Jack and Clara get married?
No, not quite.
Okay.
No, we're 10 minutes
far from it.
We're 10 minutes out of the big city of
There's
Winston.
that thing again.
It's the you can see his face sometimes.
Speaking of old promo pictures, look at this. This is Clara and Jasmine Howell are going to go in the last woman standing for the Mid-Atlantic Women's title. It's been dubbed the Basic Bitch match.
Lord. I'm going to come back on you, Matt.
Get yourself killed. God almighty, you're trying to piss off every mean woman in the AIWF.
Brian knew what I was doing. I heard him laugh first. No, the baddest bitch match. I've been thinking about that since Friday. I knew I was going to say that line. Anyway, so it's going to be Clara and Jasmine Howell. Now, what makes this really cool, at least for me being a historian that I am, when the AIWF Mid-Atlantic Women's Championship was created, Jasmine Howell wrestled in that inaugural match against Casey Fox. And she came out on the losing end, but, it was a historical moment in all of AIWF history because if you'd have asked me 2 years ago, would we ever have a Mid-Atlantic Women's Champion, I would have flat said no. But things have changed for the better, and I'm so glad. It's like when I go to like Hickory or Bowman Gray or something, and there's more women participating in racing now. It's the same way with me with wrestling. I'm glad to see the women's division starting to just grow, and just more and more young people are getting involved. And so this is a big deal and they're going to go 1-on-1 in a last woman standing match. You know, last man standing, whatever. You know, I call Clara brother, so it'll be okay. But thoughts on this one? This is kind of in Clara's wheelhouse, but you know, Jasmine Howe's no slouch either.
Right. Yeah. When I saw the announcement of this match, I went and watched some clips of Jasmine Howe, and yeah, I was impressed. I think that she's going to give Clara a pretty big challenge. The only thing, like you said, I think the fact that that this is a last person standing matchup with, you know, the only way to win is to make your opponent not be able to answer the 10 count. I would give the slight advantage to Clara, but like I said, I wouldn't be a bit surprised Jasmine to pull out the upset and win this match.
Both these women are well traveled. Both these women have been on big shows, and both of them are a lot more experienced now than when that title came about. So I'm sure Jasmine Howe has probably got a lot more in her, or I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway,
Arsenal.
Yeah, in her arsenal. She probably got a lot more in her arsenal now than she had when this title was first introduced. So I feel like that this is going to be an interesting match to watch, to say the least. Mm-hmm. Just because of the fact that the title of baddest bitch is on the line.
Yeah, I thought that was very interesting.
You know, who don't want to win that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The thing is like this picture of Clara was taken like right after you was talking about Jeff Paul earlier and new promo pics and whatnot. We need to get him one with the beard. This was taken like right after she won the title, and it's always made me think of something that I thought was real funny. There was a country singer, Mark Chestnut, that used to be popular back in the 90s, and he's still touring around and everything. He's fine, but he recorded an album called What a Way to Live. And he said that the picture for the album cover, they took a picture of him when he was looking for a place to pee in the woods. And can you see that? Can you see that snip that I just put on the screen, or no?
No, I could just see a blank block.
Ah, crap. I'm gonna have to paste it to something so I can show it to you, but it's funny. Let me see here.
Wait a minute. Are you insinuating these women pee in the woods? Mm-hmm. I was distracted for
What is your problem tonight, Mad Matt Carter?
What are you talking about?
Why are you after all the women to irritate them and piss them off?
I'm not trying to irritate them and piss them off. I'm trying to tell a joke, but I need a visual aid, and it's not working.
Oh, Lord.
But anyway, if I could ever find that picture of Mark Chestnut, hang on a second. I've got to find it. All right, so keep in mind.
You're going to give Rick Diesel PTSD about 90s country singers and
yeah,
weekend.
Yeah, that's already crossed my mind.
Well, this is Mark Chestnut, not Clint Black. So
there's a difference.
I wouldn't have gone to a Mark Chestnut concert.
There's the picture of Mark Chestnut. He always said that they snuck up on him while he was looking for a place to go to the bathroom in the woods there, and snapped that picture and put it on the album cover. And that pose that Clara is striking in our PowerPoint thing really reminds me of that. I've always thought that ever since I first saw it, and I've always kind of snickered to myself, but now I'm sharing it with everybody. So there it is.
So they snuck up on her with her belt over her shoulder as she was looking for a place to pee in the woods.
Yeah. I was like, because as soon as that.
See, that image is in my head now.
Oh, my
her
God.
standing there,
And
just
the cowboy
imagining
hat.
trees behind her.
If she kicked you square in the balls Saturday, I would not. I would not. I'm not going to be there, so never mind.
Yeah, it won't be. I'm telling you, there goes some more
Oh, I've
signings.
heard.
But something's.
I don't know
something's
what
happening.
this is a rarity for my area.
But anyway, let's see what happens as Clara takes on Jasmine Howe, and we'll find out. If somebody check the comments and see if anybody can answer my question about Andre Chase as we move through this.
I've also heard a rumor that Kevin Phoenix might be there this weekend too. So,
Well,
that'll be good.
oh, that reminds me, the Righteous Gemstones premieres tonight.
it's like Superman and Clark Kent. You won't see them in the same place at the same time now.
Yeah. But here's an interesting one. We got 2 world titles on the line in Extreme Content this year. Who would have thought that? The Rustlers are coming to challenge the Sioux Dudes, and that's going to be this is for the AIWF World Tag Team titles that the Sioux Dudes won. Oh, by the way, the Clara and Jasmine Howe poll has Clara at 67% and Jasmine at 33%. This one right here has the Sioux Dudes at 67% and the Rustlers at 33%. So everybody, there was a caption on one of the photos from this advertising came out that said, if you were in Mount Airy last time, you know why this match is happening. I was not. Can somebody that was there explain it to me and break it down? What happened?
Yes, the Rustlers.
That cat, man.
Mickey Fulp came out to the ring to challenge Casey Kane for the cruiserweight title, and the Rustlers came out and got in his face and was challenging him and Joe Harrison for a World Tag Team title match.
Mm-hmm.
And then they ended up attacking Mickey, and so that because Mickey was telling them that they needed to earn their title shot, but looks like they set out and accomplished what they came to do, and got their matchup. Whether or not you agree with how they did it, they got what they wanted, and they didn't win their match in the Don Carson Memorial Tournament, but I thought they were very impressive. I wouldn't be, this. I think they'll be a big challenge for the Sioux Dudes.
Well, and if you'll think about it, in memorable history in wrestling, one of the best ways to get a title match, if you're not a ranked contender, is to get up in the face of the champions.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
In singles or tags. That's how it play off their ego.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and make them want to fight you.
Right.
It's like, why do I want to fight you? Oh, because you and your partner kicked my ass when my partner was away. You want to fight? We'll fight.
Yeah.
And the way to make them pay is to not give them the shot, but you want to fight them. They make you make them mad, and I mean, they, like I said, they got what they wanted, and we'll see if that's really what they wanted. After the matchup, if they maybe bit off more than they can chew with the Sioux Dudes, but we'll see if their gambit pays off.
Yeah,
well,
and
also,
it's tornado
rules. Tag match rule. Yep. It's tornado tag rules. All men in the ring at the same time.
Yep, everybody's legal, so you can really like slip on a banana peel in 1, 2, 3. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. So I mean, it double teaming one wrestler out of the ring, the other two double teaming. It could end like that. Anything can happen in this kind of tag match. So that can give the Sioux Dudes an advantage, or it can even things up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the tornado rules would give the Sioux dudes a slight advantage. They seem to be, not they are tag team technicians, but they're also really good brawlers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Rustlers seem more of a straight wrestling tag team. But again, we'll see. We'll see what happens this Saturday. It should be a really interesting match because, like I said, the Rustlers really impressed me in their matchup. I was really surprised at how well they did, even though they ended up losing. But they were still a very impressive tag team.
Yeah, and a very impressive tag team name. I have to say, of all the tag teams
I've
seen in the last few years, that's good. The Rustlers.
It is. I'm amazed that no one had thought of that before.
No, it's incredible. And
I think when they first came out, it was easy to make fun of them and make fun of the fact that they're cowboys and all this stuff. But once they stepped into the ring, I think all of that fell to the side and everybody could see what a serious tag team they really are and how talented they are. They are not a joke. They are here to make their mark in AIWF Mid-Atlantic.
Oh yeah, I know they're not a joke. If they're
not just a Yellowstone inspired.
Yeah, if their job, if their shoot job is stealing cattle, man, they're a couple of tough bastards.
Especially now with GPS.
Rustlers, yes, with the name Rustlers, cattle rustlers. If you hadn't put it together yet, I'm trying to help you out, those listening in Rio Linda. All right, so let's move on. This one I haven't got a poll up yet on YouTube, but it's coming. Oh boy, JAC may have really fucked up. And look, anybody else, I'd say, why is Beer City Bruiser getting a title match? Well, he's been the ROH world champion. So if it's your first time in AIWF Mid-Atlantic, I don't think you should get a title shot most of the time.
He is a former AIWF world champion too.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. So, but anyway, the man's resume has got to count for something. So I don't know. Jack seems pretty confident if he's putting the Mid-Atlantic Championship on the line against this guy. This is a pretty big deal, if you ask me.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. And but like I said, he seemed very confident that he was going to win. But again, maybe with the stipulation. It looked like he may have started having second thoughts once Beer City Bruiser got in his face and announced the barroom brawl stipulation of the matchup.
I think Jack just thought, hey, we're buddies. We've tagged together. You're gonna do me a solid to help me. Because of who I am, you're gonna do me a favor. And help me show Justin Flash, just who I am. But I think he misjudged Beer City Bruiser for the simple fact that, it ain't just about helping out a friend. There's a title involved now.
Yeah, what did he think he was going to do? Go out there and lay down for him? I just
maybe not that, but maybe we'll just go out there and have a warm-up match and just kind of show off my skills. We won't really, go at each other full force. Just kind of like a demonstration, just in front of the audience, kind of thing. But no, that's not how it goes when you're, there are no friends once you step through the ropes and the bell rings. There are no friends anyway. But then you put a title in the mix, and there's definitely no friends.
Now, how stupid would we all look if that's exactly what they done?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How stupid would we look if they actually go out there and Beer City Bruiser, and they go out there for 5 minutes, and Beer City just goes, oh. Please don't let that happen.
Man,
Well, I mean, like I said, whether or not Jack thought that's what was going to happen, Beer City Bruiser made it clear that that definitely isn't going to happen.
I hope so. Because somebody's going to be very fooled in this match. It's either going to be us or Jack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pulling for Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see, but a barroom brawl is a weird match anyway because there's required drinking involved.
Yes,
and so it's not like a furniture match like it used to be. Like you just set up bar stools in a bar and they use them as weapons. Like you actually have to have so many drinks.
That's at certain points they actually have to go have a drink poured and drink it.
Yeah.
So even if this started out as just a joke on everybody else, once they get a few in them, who knows what'll happen?
Yeah, I mean,
who knows what Jack's taunt is? I mean, he and Clara are working and training and working out almost 24 hours a day. So I'd be interested if he even partakes. I'm not saying straight edge, but he might have a very, very low tolerance because of all the non-partying he does in the wrestling business.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he's wrestling almost every weekend. So, he probably doesn't have a lot of free time to party. So
of the two of them, I would say Beer City looks like he can hold his alcohol a little better.
Yeah.
He looks like a more
it is in his name.
seasoned drinker.
Yeah, I mean, the dead giveaway is the name Beer City Bruiser.
Yeah.
I've always wondered where is the Beer City. I'm gonna have to ask.
Milwaukee.
Oh, is he from Milwaukee? Okay. All right. So
he could have dated Laverne and Shirley. One of them could be his mom.
Wow, yeah. That timing would work out. It could be. That's this Saturday, January 24th. Extreme content. Come on out and see it. It's going to be wild. It's going to be a great show of traditions since 1999. Now, check this out. I was not planning on featuring this on the show, but it got dropped in my lap. I'd like to give a shout out to one of my old buddies from Virginia, Brian Fulcher, who's part of the Bassett Rescue Squad. A friend of his found this while he was sailing yesterday. I don't know if they found it in the woods at the side of the lake or just laying in the parking lot here where the picture was taken.
Looking for a place to pee.
But could be. Yep. I was in the woods looking for a place to pee, and all of a sudden I found a Ricky Steamboat poster. But no, it's for those of you listening, it's a Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling poster from Fieldale Collinsville High School in Collinsville, Virginia. It's listed Thursday, January 29th at 8:15 p.m. And during that last segment, I was looking at my handy dandy wrestling record book here. Great publication you can get on Amazon by Mark James. And this is 80 through 88. And I could not find this card. So this has to be in the 70s, I would think. I was going to ask
Snuka. Wasn't Snuka? He was there. Snuka and Ray Stevens were the tag champions in the late 70s.
Okay,
right?
That's what I was going to ask. I knew he was champion with Paul Orndorff at one time there, but or at least I thought he was. Maybe they
were the world tag. I think Snuka and Ray Stevens were the world tag team champions, if I'm not mistaken. But I know they were a tag team in the late 70s.
Yeah. So, and Ricky Steamboat would have been the Mid-Atlantic champion at the time. Of course, that's the main event. Ricky Steamboat defending the Mid-Atlantic championship against Jimmy Snuka, Superstar, versus Ray Stevens as the second from the top. And that would have probably been Bill Eadie, I would think. Listen to this tag team match. George Wells and Dewey Robertson versus the Sheik and Bad Boy Duncombe. So that's got to be the 70s, right? I mean, would that be the Sheik from Detroit there?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Bobby Duncombe, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Or was there one before him?
I don't know. But and then the prelim matches are Nick DiCarlo versus Swede Hansen and Gene Lewis versus Steve Muslin. And I've heard all those names, especially Swede Hansen. But I don't remember
Well, that Swede's picture down in the right-hand corner there.
Is that what he looked like? I just heard his name. You know, I just remember when I started watching wrestling when I was a kid that I remember people talking about, yeah, I remember old Swede Hansen, but I don't remember people saying if he was good, if he was bad.
Swede Hansen was God, Lariat. What was his freaking name? I'm so old.
Stan the Lariat Hansen.
Yeah. Swede Hansen was Stan Hansen. He was Stan Hansen tough before Stan Hansen.
Oh, wow.
Swede Hansen was a freaking bruiser, boy.
Really?
Yes.
So he's one of them wild and just unpredictable, crazy person.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, but anyway, the another interesting thing about this, sponsored by the Collinsville Ruritan Club. I mean, we ran a show at Fieldale Collinsville High School once.
Yeah, we've done shows there back in the 90s.
Yep. All right. So look, tickets on sale at Lowe's food stores in Bassett, in Collinsville, and Martinsville. Now, for those of you outside North Carolina, this ain't going to mean anything, but like that, yes, there used to be Lowe's Foods, 3 of them in Henry County in the 70s. I remember my grandmother taking me to the one in Martinsville on Brookdale. I think I vaguely remember where the one was in Collinsville, maybe. I could be wrong, but I didn't even know there was one in Bassett. Hell, I don't think I went to Bassett until I was probably 10 or 11 years old. But
I went to Lowe's Foods today.
Yeah.
It got me a chicken pot pie.
Did you get, I was going to say, did you go get it back there at the chicken place?
Yes, it was hot. Like it burnt my throat, my gizzards and everything, man.
Yeah.
Do you know people go there and drink at their bar?
Yeah.
Yes. What the men would drink while the women
honest
shop.
to God, sit at Lowe's Food and drink.
The men drink at the bar in Lowe's Food while the women shop. It's the perfect grocery store.
Yeah. Oh, I got jokes now, but I'm not going to tell them.
Men can go to Lowe's Food and tolerate grocery shopping with their wives now.
Well, I mean, they had the cup holders in the buggies, you know, where you can go and get a beer and then push the buggy around if you want to drink.
Get a beer. They got wine selection.
Yeah.
And it's right beside the cheese and chicken.
Yeah.
And chicken pot pies.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing about Lowe's is like when the big expand, you know, they expanded, but then they kind of shrunk back down. I looked online today; they only have 81 stores. They say they have stores in Virginia, but I can't find them. The only stores that I know they have, the bulk of them are around Winston-Salem, which is where their corporate headquarters is.
Been there,
and there's one down here in Harrisburg. They're building us a new one over in Kannapolis. So they're opening up new stores, but they're like, I don't know, Lowe's is kind of like a high-end grocery store,
yeah,
you know, now.
Yeah.
And so, but you can find stuff in Lowe's that you can't find anywhere else. That's why I always like
a bar.
Like a bar. They make their own sausage on site, you know, so if you like fresh sausage, you like your bratwurst and stuff. Yeah.
Probably get you a pickled egg at the bar.
Yeah, and you can get Mount Olive large sours by the gallon at Lowe's, and I don't think anybody else sells them in that particular quantity. So
I used to eat a lot of pickled eggs when I went to with my grandpa to the bar when I was a kid. It was okay back then.
Yeah, it's like we were watching that A Christmas Story 2 this year on HBO, and it's like supposed to be 1973, I think. And Ralphie's in a bar in his hometown and he's got one of his kids with him.
Yeah.
And Jinky looked at me and she goes, wait a minute, you could take kids into bars? And I was like, it was the 70s. Nobody gave a shit. I mean, you weren't getting a kid a beer, you know, as long as the bar
Before I could drive, me and a friend of mine used to go to the bar. That was within walking distance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, down on the river. We used to go to the bar because the old drunks were so much fun. We didn't drink. It wasn't service, but we were allowed to be in there. And we would go there and we would eat pickled eggs and watch the old men drink, and they had porn on the TV up in the corner.
They had porn on the TV?
Yes. It was heaven for a 15-year-old boy.
I'm certain that it was.
Them old dudes just sitting there laughing and drinking and watching us screwing. And me and my friend be eating pickled eggs. And then we'd go out behind the bar and fish in the river.
I did not think that was where that was going.
I mean, well, no, it was really fishing. Swear to God, it was actual. We had poles, well, fishing rods. You know,
Yeah.
they ain't no way this one's gonna go the right way, is it?
No,
It was actually fishing, but it was the 70s. Nobody cared.
no.
Old dudes would pay for our pickled eggs.
Yeah. Well, see, that was nice.
Nobody ever made advances on us, like they might today.
Yeah.
They knew it. It was in the neighborhood. Everybody knew each other, and you didn't do nothing in that bar because the dudes that run it would kill you.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, one of the owners of the bar ended up at the Elkin Hospital in the trunk of a car, dead.
Wow. Rough place.
At least they took him to the hospital.
Oh, wow.
Y'all didn't experience the 70s like I did. Y'all, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I was little.
You had fun.
Yeah, I was still too little. But I do remember my dad taking me to a place like that called Cliffs that used to be in Martinsville across from Sport Lanes. And it was a beer joint, and they had pinball machines in there, and it's just a boys club basically, and I remember one time driving by there and asking my dad, can we stop at Cliffs? And he had, there was a bunch of cars in the parking lot, but all the shades and the windows in the front were pulled down. And I just remember my dad looking at me and goes, no, they in there gambling. And so
yeah,
I was like,
he did a lot of that, poker, pool. And my grandpa, God rest
Our
him,
local bar was called Smurfs
Smurfs.
in Danbury. Yeah,
Well, then my grandpa, God rest his soul, loved him to
I had a
death.
shirt.
He used to like to drink at the river.
mhm.
And he had his country club. He loved his country club, man. That's what he drank. And he taught me to drive his old 1960 something Chevy pickup, 3-speed on the column.
That's what I was
Taught me
about to
how
ask.
drive that thing he taught me how to drive that thing when I was about 10 years old. And that's so I could drive him home from the river when he was too drunk to drive.
Yeah, I mean that was Uber before Uber,
Yes. Yes.
You taught children to drive so they could take the drunks home.
I could drive a stick when I was 10 or 11 years old. Can't remember exactly what it
And a
was.
3-speed in a column is
Yes,
not easy to
3-speed on the
master.
column.
Yeah, 3-speed is not easy to master, but once you get the hang of it, they're actually a lot of fun to drive.
Yes.
They're not like today, like if you're driving a manual transmission, you kind of you let off the gas a little bit, pushing the clutch, change the gear, and the car kind of maintains the same speed. Them old GMCs, when you went from first to second gear in the column, would
Up
speed
here,
up.
down here,
Yeah.
boom,
Oh,
boom,
yeah, my
boom.
grandpa had one of those.
Yeah, it
On
was
the
it. First,
steering wheel,
second,
yes.
third, and in reverse, you had to either push or pull. I can't remember which it was, but
Yeah, but remember when you go from first to second, it would the truck would speed up automatically. I mean, you could be giving it the same amount of gas, and as soon as you threw it up into second, it was like, all right, I can go now. So, yeah. Oh man, been not easy to do. Not easy to do. All right. So, did anybody get to see SmackDown this past week?
No.
You asked the wrong people.
yeah, I mean, come on, man.
All right.
You are the expert on national. I mean, you know what I'm saying, of what goes on them. I'm too busy, and they're stuck in the older show. Oh my God! Did you get to see Hollywood Bob Holly on Smoking?
Yes, I did, but I had to stop watching after a few episodes because Dutch Mantel was getting on my damn nerves.
Just
Well,
wait.
He's
you know,
never been a commentator.
Just wait. He goes away after a while. He goes away.
But I
after a while.
did stumble on something else. CWF from 1986 in Mobile, Alabama, maybe, and it was most of the same people that were in Smoky Mountain, but
that was one.
That was
Ron,
Continental, right?
yeah, that was Ron.
Yeah,
Fuller, that was
and-
Ron Fuller's promotion. Mhm.
yes, so it was interesting to watch. I had never seen them. They popped up on my YouTube, and they were great, but they spent a lot of time talking about Tennessee and Alabama football.
Yeah,
That was a big thing down there. But dude, have you seen Hollywood Bob Holly, Matt?
yeah. It.
I don't know who come first, but either him or Bret Hart is a gimmick thief.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's been a
him and
long
his buck
time.
teeth. He was supposed to believe I was supposed to believe that Hollywood was after him and his buck teeth. And then he had a date with Julia Roberts. That's every promo is like, I got a date with Julia Roberts tonight.
Well, you got to remember 91, 92 when Smoky Mountain started up. If Dutch Mantel's still there, it's at the beginning. So
it was
Julia Roberts.
No,
it was at the beginning. Because I started watching it from episode 1, and their first episode aired 2 weeks after the first AIWF show.
Wow.
Yeah, we had our show. It's like the middle of January, is the 12th or 19th or something like that. And their first episode was the 1st of February, 92. So it's like 2 weeks later, the first Smoky Mountain episode aired after we had our first show. And
That's
we're
awesome.
still going, and they're dead on the door now. Blasted.
Ran out of money. So let me see here.
We missed one match. Did we not announce that one yet?
No, it was announced.
If I didn't get it out on the slideshow, I'm sorry. What match are we missing?
Ty Tyson?
Oh no, I hadn't got it.
I sent it to you, man. It's in your mailbox.
It's an email. Where's it at? Email?
In your Facebook.
Can we rename those old people trying to figure stuff out? The podcast?
No, man. Last one I got is the Rustlers. But
It's in your box.
Well, you did send an attachment with, let's see, 5th entrance for cruiser. No, it's not there. I don't know.
It's not in there.
I don't see it.
It will be.
All right, cool. All right, so let's announce the match. What Ty Tyson is doing what now?
Ty Tyson, Dave Parrish, I'm having to pull it up because it's now a 4-way, and my phone just died. So Brian, pull it up. But anyway,
here it is.
It's the inaugural one, right? The inaugural. I'm trying to figure out how much I can. Yeah, it's the inaugural hardcore.
Yeah, I got it.
Mid-Atlantic hardcore title.
Yeah, it's for the Mid-Atlantic hardcore title, but we're a little on the fence about that because the belt's not finished yet.
Yeah.
Well,
hang on a second, we get it added to the slide.
And I don't know why, but the guy doing the belt ain't answering his phone, so he might have stole the belt. I hope not, because it was an ugly belt, but he's gonna fix it.
Just go to AIWF.
Let's see here. I got you. I'm building a slide for it right now, and I will share it with.
I don't think you put it on the Facebook page either, Rick.
Really?
Yeah, this is the first I've seen of it.
It's not on here.
It will be.
We're announcing it now.
Yeah, we're announcing it now. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's breaking.
Oh, I know why. It was supposed to have been announced. Yeah, that's what it was supposed to have been announced this morning. And I had to deal with Trista.
Oh, wow.
If that explains everything. Anybody who knows her understands and forgives me immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. But there it is anyway. You're seeing the whole slideshow here. I'm sorry that, but it's a toolbox match. And we saw
a Don Carson, which is a Don Carson favorite.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, David Parrish. I don't know if you know what you're getting into. I'm not familiar with Noah Ray, but I'm looking forward to this. This ought to be a knockdown, drag out situation. I have a question, but I'm going to wait till Saturday and ask. Anyway, so there it is. Ty Tyson, Drex Dye, David Parrish, Noah Ray in the toolbox match. Possibly creating a new title, a hardcore title, maybe not.
Well, it'll create a new champion. The title is iffy.
The actual title belt, we don't know.
Will be decided. Yeah, the champion will be decided in this matchup. But yeah, David Parrish. I thought it was very interesting that he wanted a shot at the hardcore title.
David Parrish might
getting nothing against David Parrish. He's, a great wrestler, but his expertise seems to be in technical wrestling and submission. But but it's like I was saying when he first made the challenge, this would be a good way for him to carve out his own path in the Fighters Club. If that can be, that could be his path, and Jack can his path can be the Mid-Atlantic Championship, and then maybe at one point the world title.
But on the other hand, it could carve out him a path to the hospital.
It could. It could.
Exactly. I did let him know that he had way too pretty of a face.
Yes.
For the AIWF hardcore, and that back in the 90s we would have chewed him up and spit him out. So I am excited to see what he can do and see if he can actually hold his own.
Yeah, and see if he thinks he actually won something by getting himself into this matchup. He may regret winning that match.
And he may talk just like that after the match.
He might.
Yeah, he just might. You'll end up like me.
He may not be able to formulate a sentence either.
Yeah. You never know. I mean, maybe he realizes that the hardcore game is a shortcoming and he wants to work on that part of his skill set. I don't know, but we'll see.
Well, and again, it's like back in the day when I thought Justin Flash was just another pretty face, but then
God.
When I got into hardcore matches with him, and he went toe to toe with me, and I mean he proved that he was hardcore. Maybe
you and him had a ladder match. You and him had a ladder match somewhere. Was it Pufftown? I can't remember. Is that where it was?
Yeah, it was Pufftown.
If I can ever find that, we're going to post it because it was amazing.
Yeah, and Justin Flash is kind of like you get him in hardcore match, start beating on him, Brian. I guess it was like one of those Life cereal commercials. Boy, wow, Mikey likes this.
Yeah.
Boy, if we didn't date ourselves before now, we just did. But anyway, come see us
David
Saturday
Parrish,
night.
he may surprise us all. So we'll see.
And it's Ty Tyson's fault that he's even in this match because Ty Tyson couldn't control himself.
Yeah, well, keep in mind also, Ty Tyson at one time was in a toolbox match and pulled a bowling ball out of the toolbox.
Yeah, that was a first. But you said because Ty Tyson couldn't control himself. Elaborate for those of us who were in.
Okay, so since Kevin Phoenix was not there, I took it upon myself to interject myself when David Parrish was saying that he wanted to take on this hardcore match, and I went out and told him that I didn't think he was man enough, or they had too pretty of a face, and talked a little bit about old AIWF hardcore. But then I gave a stipulation that Ty Tyson could not use his DDT. Well, David Parrish spit in Ty Tyson's face, and then Ty lost his mind and hit his DDT several times.
Yeah,
and
but again, I'm not sure if it's that he actually lost his cool, or if he was like, okay, I'll give you this win and put you. You think you took a beating in this matchup? I'm going to put you in a hardcore match with me.
Yeah.
So congratulations. Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a wish I would want granted. If I had a genie in a bottle, I would not want to be put in a hardcore match with Ty Tyson and Drex Dyer. I haven't seen this Noah Ray yet, but if he's anything like Ty, and they may just pick up David Parrish and just throw him around to each other, and one gnaw on him for a while, throw him to, like wolves, like a pack of wolves. Here, you gnaw on the poor deer for a while, and here you take the deer, gnaw on it for a while, and David Parrish. I don't know. For David Parrish's sake, I hope and pray to God that he's ready for this.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he's run through the woods with no shirt, nothing but his tidy whities and briar bushes. That's the only thing's going to save him.
We'll see. He's proven to be a tough bastard so far, so we'll see. This is going to definitely put him to the test. So, all right.
He may look like a smoke dog after this.
So so
I'm sorry. God dang, I'm
Well, I'm the one
sorry.
that made the.
I'm sorry. I made Reagan's neck
I told you
twitch.
about him. I told you about him, Matt, and his
Hey.
website,
yeah,
which you can still get on if you look it up.
So I just Google smoke dog.
You can, and possibly tea bag contest. Teabag contest.
Teabag contest. All right.
He would make he offered his services to make videos for strippers, thong contests, teabags.
Teabag contest.
He and I don't know. He may be watching this, and if he is, you brought it on yourself, bro.
You brought the most joy to my life in a joyless time. So
yes. I was really pulling for him for his porn filming, directing career to take off. I don't know if it ever did. It may have. He tried really hard.
When I see when I search smoke dog, it comes up with a bunch of pictures of dogs smoking cigarettes and cigars.
Well, this was back before the real internet. Put wrestler in with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, type in.
Was this before the internet got big?
No. This was about this was AOL days, but there was internet. Because he had a.
I get Road Dog Jesse James.
All right, I found it recently. I'll have to try to find it.
So I'll be honest with you, Reagan. During the show, when we mentioned him first, and you started looking down, I really thought you was looking him up. You was gonna send it to Matt.
I should have. Oh my!
Let's try this one. Smoke Dog Teabag.
Teabag, not teabag. That's a whole different thing.
That's a whole
different ball game.
I'm sure you'll find something.
Still dogs smoking cigarettes and ads for pepperoni. So yeah, this not yielding much results. Smoke dog.
2 G's.
Where's he from? North Carolina?
He's from Eldon Spears.
I have found a article on him.
His frantic Google search.
I know, we're all on it now. Damn you!
Now, puppy gets oxygen. I am not having any luck. It's from Fox 8. It's up there in y'all's neck of the woods. It's a news story posted two hours ago. Puppy gets oxygen after Greensboro home fire on Father's Day. WGHP. Yeah, and the fireman the EMT's giving the dog oxygen.
I'll do it, Matt. You keep the show going. I got you, brother.
All right. So, look, I wanted to talk about this. It's Friday night on SmackDown. We were talking about the pressures of the champion.
I found it.
Bloodline. All right, hang on.
Hey, no, this is a thing about him.
Okay, well, just hold that thought. I got to get through this segment. All right, so
okay.
I've been waiting long. So the Usos turned on Roman Reigns. I wanted to play the audio clip for you from SmackDown. I'm not going to play the video because y'all hold it back, and we'll get back to this debauchery just in a second. I'm going to do some serious wrestling real quick for historical purposes. So, but I want you guys to listen to this crowd reaction. I have not heard a pop like this. Well, actually, since January in the Royal Rumble when Sami Zayn turned on Roman. But I'm going to play you the audio and put up a picture of the aftermath. And so I'm going to share this picture. This is after they kicked Roman, but I'm going to see where's my Twitter go. There it is. All right. So listen to this. What happened was Jay came to the ring and then Jimmy came to the ring and Jay started chewing out Jimmy like he had been the bad guy and all this kind of stuff. And so this is what happened from there. Just take a listen and listen to this crowd reaction.
Mr. Prom Prince right here. Mr. Prom King right here. Mr. Player of the Year, Mr. Most Likely to Succeed, huh? Yeah. Hey, guess what? A blessing happened in disguise. You got hurt, I stepped up. I main evented SmackDown, I main evented pay-per-views, I main evented WrestleMania. You know why? They know us now. I'm the right-hand man, main event Jey Uso, and it's all because of him. So guess what? You out.
Roman laughs.
And I'm out too.
Oh my God!
Jay just super kicked Roman. Jimmy super kicks. Solo.
By both Usos!
And listen to this pop when they kick Roman again. This is awesome.
The bloodline is done as we know it! Roman's empire is crumbled! F2! Jay!
Fantastic, man. That's such a good pop. Oh my God. It was like, I remember being in Greensboro at Raw, like back in 98, 99, and The Rock coming out and the pop being so loud that it hurt my ears. And that's what it sounded like on Friday night. It was freaking fantastic, man. Live wrestling crowds are, we were talking about those tickets being so expensive last week. People are going though, man. They're filling these buildings up.
Yeah.
WWE attendance is way up. AEW attendance is doing pretty good right now. All right. I just got a link.
Did you get him?
It's not the right one though, but it's
Which one did you get?
It's a tripod.
PWT Online Museum at tripod.com.
That's the one I'm on, but I can only get like one picture to come up.
We are obsessed with nonsense.
Yeah. So
wrestling, I think it took a hit during COVID, of course.
yeah.
But I think it's building itself back up. I mean, people are going out now. They're back in life, and I think, of course, attendance is going to go up.
Yeah.
So,
That and just live entertainment in general. And, people talk about how, how high the Taylor Swift tickets are. But the thing is, we were talking with some friends of ours just the other night about that. But it's people are willing to pay that amount if somebody's willing to pay the amount that they've set, then that's what the price is going to be.
Yeah.
So, whether or not you think they're too high,
Market value. It's the market. The market, you know what I'm saying? If they
Right.
pay it, they'll charge it.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't mad at them.
when it starts going down, the ticket prices will go down.
AEW had their first show Collision last Saturday night and looked like they drove a real damn good house.
Yeah.
They
I
signed
heard Clint Black's tickets are going for like $8 a piece.
no, they are not.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They were more expensive than my Garth Brooks tickets, but I got second row, so I'm excited.
Linktree videos. Oh. Lee, no problem videos. I am a digital creator, love filming and editing videos to make you laugh, enjoy. So he's got links to all his social.
Don't
Yeah,
go down
so
that
maybe we
rabbit
can
hole
have
just
it
yet. You got to do that after the show, man.
It'll be a rabbit hole, Matt. It'll be a rabbit hole.
It's a rabbit hole, man. Don't go down it now.
Don't even
You gotta
click on the TikTok.
Hey, the reason I will tell you, I was introduced to him is back in right around when I was pregnant, and before I was pregnant, I wasn't wrestling. I was in charge of watching the videos of people that wanted to work for the AIWF. And we got some okay ones sometimes, but the best was when we got terrible ones. Like, especially the Extreme Maniac. You've never, Billy never told you about the Extreme Maniac, Matt? Okay, so it was like they did a match. It was a cinematic match before cinematic matches.
Yeah, so he was ahead of his time.
He was ahead of his time, and he was wrestling a guy named the Dragon Master in the woods of Tennessee.
Nice.
And it was terrible. And then eventually I got one from the Smoke Dog, and he was wrestling the Bad Apple. So,
The Bad Apple.
and then from there, I may have contacted him for more content. And
you went down the damn rabbit hole.
Mhm.
But he is a fan now, and he honestly, he was, he did his stuff, and I would say he's better. I think he's better than Mitch Blake, but that's just my personal opinion.
I mean, that's not saying
Not
much.
going down that rabbit hole either.
But
Look. We can say these things, and I know we're going to piss people off, but me personally, I don't care. But
I'm too old to care.
We're too old to care. We've been here for years, and damn it, we have earned the right to say these things.
Yeah.
Because we have proved, everybody cannot look at us and say, oh, well, if you think you're any better, why don't you just show us? 31 years we've showed you. We have earned the fucking right to say what we want to say, be what we want to be. These people, these three screens right here, hold people that we don't have to worry about our legacy, because none of us will ever live to see it bettered. The AIWF is in what? There's 90 some companies that recognize our name. We have world champions that went all over the world. We have an affiliate program in multiple countries. Nobody will ever, on the independent circuit now, I mean, somebody may come in with money, but nobody that can criticize us today, we will never live to see them outdo us. It ain't about how many people you draw, because these people who said, hey, thank you, such and such town, for bringing out 500 people. We did that 20 years ago, 25 years ago. We've done it. We've had our TV shows. Matter of fact, the Mid-Atlantic TV show right now is what it was, episode 429 just went up. And if you wanted to go back and actually look at how many episodes the AIWF done, if it's not 1,000 or better, it'll surprise me. If you count the Martinsville TV shows, the little episodes we used to do back in the early 2000s that we put on the internet, we're probably 1,000 or better episodes of actual TV content that we have done. And we've been all over the world. We have documentaries done on us. They've done a freaking documentary on us, and they told me that they filmed like, I don't know, 15 or 20 different, or at least, or something in that neighborhood. I can't remember, it was so long ago. Different wrestling federations in this area. They just went to like different states and filmed, and they dumped them all except us and the WCW. Okay. Mm-hmm. I was told to my face in England that we changed the face of wrestling in an entire country. I've had people that asked me if Brian Danzig still paired socks, for God's sake. And this was just 2 freaking years ago that they asked me that. 3 years, I'm sorry. So, I mean, we've done it. We've done things in the AIWF that we will never see anybody else do again. We will not live. Matt, you're the youngest one out of the bunch. You won't live to see people outdo us
No.
for what we've accomplished. The legacy that this group and other guys from the 90s that started this thing with us, the legacy that we have left in this business will not be matched in our lifetime. So the people out there who say, well, AIWF, blah, 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 we've been called the new term mud show. You know what? We've done it in the mud.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Back when your house was in diapers and some of you wasn't even born. So you can shit on us and talk shit about us. We've earned the right to criticize people because, damn it, what we've done will not be matched in our lifetime. So talk shit about us all you want to. We'll just sit back when we're old and drool running down our necks. And Reagan's going, I sure do miss my kids.
We'll say about that.
It still won't match what we have accomplished. And I say we because this group right here and the guys who started this back in the day laid the foundation of something that is today unmatched, and it will not be. Where in the hell did I get all that from?
And we did it on our own backs.
Yes.
It was us and only us.
Yes.
Not us, but I'm saying like it was just the person who owned the company, who ran the company, and did it all on his own back.
Well, but look at the support.
Yeah, I know, but
foundation, and it was a foundation that could be built on monumental. You know what I'm saying? So it was a team effort. One person might have been saying, "Okay, let's do this," but when it got done, it was Matt. Don't go down that damn rabbit hole. Stop it.
I'm already down it.
God damn.
I'm not just talking about I'm just talking about financially.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
We did it on our own.
Yes.
You know.
And for all those who wondered, yes, there were house payments missed to pay for buildings in the beginning. That question has been raised, and I did get a lot of trouble.
There was a failing out of college that occurred because of that.
Yes. So, but I'm proud of what we built. Mm-hmm. And I will go to my grave being proud of what we built and the people who helped build it 30 years ago, 25 years ago. Mm-hmm. The blood stains that we left on the floors of buildings in 4 freaking states.
Yeah.
So don't ever, if you're part of the AIWF now or ever been a part of the AIWF in the past 25 years, 31 years, you do not under any circumstances let anybody shit talk you.
Yeah.
The legacy you're a part of is astronomical.
Yeah. You should be proud of it. Lord knows we are.
Please talk besides me.
Well, Lord knows we are. I mean, this is the only place I've ever wanted to go. I mean, so it just is what it is. It's home,
Hey, how many people can say that there's parents bringing their kids to a show that those parents' brought them to?
Yep.
You don't see that no more unless it's, well, hell, WWE. That's it.
Yeah.
That's about it. Ain't it?
Well, it's the only company that's been in existence that length of time, right?
And we started a year before Raw did.
Yeah. So, yeah, that gives you an idea how long it's been going on. Yeah, when this promotion started, it was still in the prime time wrestling days on USA. So,
and Matt wore lots of nice sweaters.
Yeah,
and had a bowl cut.
Yeah.
and Reagan come up with our first email address that we still have.
That we're still using, I believe.
We're still using. I have people let me going, you still use Hotmail? Damn right.
Yeah. And I don't think you can't get a Hotmail address anymore. I mean, if you're not grandfathered in, I don't think they have any new ones. So
right.
And the heat we used to take off that message board. Oh,
that message board was a terrible thing. I really think that was that just, oh God.
I had a lot of fun on that.
But you know what? We took it, and the people on that message board are probably sitting at the house watching us now.
Yeah. Yeah, that message board was something more.
I know Mattress Man from Martinsville don't like us still to this day.
Mattress Man.
Think about it, man.
Martinsville.
Did the
I don't know
mattress
that one
commercials.
either.
The mattress commercials.
Dude,
That's before my time.
yeah. Is it Cable
Bone
6?
Crusher.
Oh, Bone Crusher. Yeah, that was before I joined up with the promotion.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was going to ask Cable 6 days, Cable 6 days or Channel 57 days, because I came in at the end of the Cable 6 run.
He threw a lot of turds at us there for a while, but that was just because we wouldn't use him a whole lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, Bone Crusher. Charles liked him. I don't know why. I think he just thought he was an interesting character.
Well, Charles liked interesting characters. How the hell you think I stayed on a freaking show on the station for like 4 years?
And it's still not much has changed. If you watch his show on he streams a lot of his programming on Facebook now. Not much has changed. He's got an interesting set of characters that calls in there, and he's even we were talking about how that Jimmy what's it called? What's the promotion down in Danville? Jimmy Love.
Oh, yeah, Pure Pro.
Yeah, Pure Pro. Well, I saw on Cable 6, there's another promotion trying to run Patrick County High School now called NICW.
Yeah, I've heard.
See, I wanted to ask you about that because I'd never heard of them, so I wanted to see if you guys know about them.
They're trying. From what I heard, they're out there trying. They got some guys behind them that has failed in that area a lot in the past. And they're trying to get it back up and going. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I wish them luck.
Yeah.
Hey, we blowed that. I don't know. Once again, they probably won't accomplish what we did there, but good luck with it.
But you know what? Stewart is starved for wrestling, man, because ever since we left, there's really not been a promotion to come up there and run steadily. So I think that maybe they could draw some good houses. I don't know.
I heard that. I mean, like I said, when Rotary Field quit having wrestling, we all know because I think they remodeled the building. They kind of had to remodel it after us.
Yeah, but Terminator X's head went through the drywall. That was the end of the AIWF. And
no apologizing for that. But I mean, we had our time there. We packed that freaking place. And once again, I mean, you won't be the AIWF of the 90s there, but you can give it a hell of a shot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said they drew 250 people at Patrick County High School a couple of weeks ago, which I'm calling bullshit on. But
I know somebody that was there.
Yeah. Anyway, look, dude, you don't have to lie about your numbers. We all know.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah, don't lie about your numbers, man. Look, if you're not happy with it, just don't mention it. If somebody asks you how you draw, just tell them pretty good. Don't ever put out a number that's a flagrant lie.
No, especially not in the time of the internet, because there's too many people there with cell phones that can prove you wrong.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Don't inflate your numbers. That's why you very, very rarely hear us talk about numbers at all. No.
And we do good. I mean, come on, we've been running that building since 1996. We're lucky to draw 15 freaking people.
Yeah.
But we do good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and we run every 2 weeks, which usually kills a town.
Yeah.
I mean,
but we do have a lot of people that come from other places. We have a lot of people that come from other places too. We have a crew that comes down from Galax, and people come from Hillsville, so
we draw good enough that if somebody don't come to one show that month and come to the other, we're still fine.
Yep.
And we're doing good enough that we can, like our ROKU tapings, we'll give away free tickets because it don't hurt us.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll just give away free tickets for the bleachers, baby. Hey, remember that. If you're watching this, we'll give away free tickets to our first of the month shows because it's our ROKU tapings, and we want new people to come.
Yep. So be on the lookout for that, free tickets. Let me see what else I had on the list here. I was going to talk to you about that wrestling video that I got sent earlier today. I need to I got to get you guys to look at this and help me figure out where it took place at. There was a show. The match is Ricky Morton against Chains, and very odd.
Smith Grove.
Is Smith Grove?
Smith Grove. That was the night show. Ricky worked 2 shows that day. One in Mount Airy is an outside show. We done an outside show in Mount Airy. And then that night we did, back in the 90s with Ricky Morton. We done 2 shows in one day. Anyway, I'm going to be on that for a while, just so y'all know. I'm proud of us. But anyway, Ricky done 2 shows for us that day. One in Mount Airy, where he used the Beekman's ring and bitched about it because he was afraid to break his ankles in it. And then we did Smith Grove that night. I can't remember who he worked on, who he wrestled in the daytime show, but he did wrestle Chains. And he was a surprise. We didn't really advertise he was going to be there, did we? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Sitting in the front. That's me, Vera, Annie, and Candace sitting in the front there. I think because I'm wearing a dumb hat, and I wore dumb hats back then.
Well, this was also the show. If you remember, I'm sure you remember this, Brian. No, Brian, I know you remember this because you and Daniel come in at the end of this match. That's when the table wouldn't break with Ronnie.
I remember that. That used to be on the show open a long time ago.
Yeah, and this is the one where Easy Rider broke the top rope. He hit the top rope. It broke. We thought he died. He come out of it, and we moved the ropes up and put barbed wire. We replaced the bottom rope with barbed wire, and the fans loved it.
I remember this. I remember this show.
Yeah, see, Ricky's getting pushed back first in the barbed wire right there. Not a good time. But you're right. The fans did love it.
Choppy. Is that us that's choppy?
Oh, yeah. I see y'all now, Reagan, down there, bottom left of the screen.
Yeah, there's Annie. And then I guess if Don moves, you'll see the rest of us. Oh, my God. I can't believe that. That's me.
I just see you and Annie. I don't see anybody else.
I just see Annie.
I see the Clifton sisters. They're off camera now, though, but they're yeah.
Hey, man, look at me.
Don't go down that rabbit hole, man. Don't go down that rabbit hole.
I was going to say, I'm friends with Melissa's husband.
Yeah, I have a...
Okay.
Oh, there I see him now. I see Reagan, Vera, and Annie.
Yeah.
I guess Candace isn't there.
No.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, this is the one Brian and Daniel came out and power bombed Ronnie on the table. We thought they broke her back because the table didn't break.
Hey, maybe she was out on the payphone trying to get that $50 back and track down Billy Kidman.
Yeah,
because that's
Look how young Bill Holiday looks, boy. God, he was a good ref.
Yeah, and myself and Dr. Payton are calling this. This is a few weeks before the Fright Night 98 in Elkin, the Fires of Hell match.
Look at Peanut with that mop. Get him, Peanut.
Where's Peanut? Oh, did he walk by or something?
He just walked by. He had a mop or a broom in his hand. Oh, by the way, that is Hall of Famer Peanut.
Peanut's in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, remember when Bill
security.
Yeah, Big Don and his whole crew went in like
That's
last
right.
year, year before last.
Yeah, that's right.
Peanut is a Hall of Famer.
Oh, Peanut. I was bent over in a car putting something in, and Peanut goes, shake it for Peanut.
Well, I think we added the shake it for Peanut.
No, I don't think it was. I
thought he just said shake it, Ray.
Oh, did he say shake it? Okay.
I'm not even a girl.
And all I was doing was putting something in a car.
I'm not even a girl, and that gives me the willies to hear that Peanuts.
I was also told one time I'm flexible in the legs, but I'm not going to say who said that one.
Say
you're
that
flexible in the legs. I was doing something, and a worker said, "You're flexible in the legs."
Lord, did you see her? She almost ripped her cooch on that freaking. Anyway, bless her heart. I liked Ronnie.
I did too.
Yeah.
But you gotta stay loyal. You know what I'm saying? Family's family.
Don't know. There's definitely something I do not know going on there. But let's see. But see, the weird thing about this was the TVA were bad guys, and the family was bad guys, and Ricky Morton was in the family. And Dr. Bill and I commented during this. So this is going to be up on YouTube later this week, guys. How odd it was to see Ricky Morton with the family, like the '80s rock and roll guy with the '90s grunge people. Didn't seem like it really fit. You
We
know?
was one of the like one or two companies that Ricky Morton was ever a bad guy with.
Yeah, it was just.
It was Fright Night that he came to the spring smoking a cigarette.
Yes, it was. I forgot all about that. That was just a few weeks past this.
That was when he made the comment about looking up a bull's ass to make butter. So I can't remember what it was.
Well,
it's on the tape. I swear to God.
Yeah,
Ricky just fell in love with the family. He just thought it was cool, and he wanted to be a part of it. And who are we to turn down, legendary Ricky Morton?
Exactly.
We're not going to tell him no. It's like, you don't really fit the gimmick, but come on in. That's fine. It doesn't. I mean, Ricky Morton's a legend, and you don't, you don't tell somebody like that no when they say, "Hey, I want to be a part of your group." You're like, hell yeah, bring it on.
Ricky, you're like one of the most popular wrestlers in the world, and you join up with us, that won't be no case around here. I don't care.
Yeah, but it was just, wasn't it weird though when he ever did the bad guy thing? It always, I never really liked.
You mean Richard Morton and the York Foundation?
Yeah, I didn't like that either. Well, that's for another reason. But anyway, I don't want to give this whole match away. Stay tuned to the YouTube. Oh no, wait a minute. We ain't leaving yet. Here comes Brian and Daniel with a table. This is not gonna maybe we'll watch a little more of this. Let's see here.
And yes, folks, back then budget was tight, so we made our own tables.
Yeah.
Recycled tables. Nobody cared back then.
So remember now, Brian and Daniel are out here to support Ricky Morton. He's a member of the family. The York Foundation thing I didn't like because he feuded with Robert Gibson, and they had a fucking terrible match at Great American Bash 91. I mean, it was just awful. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but avoid it because it's.
I might have to watch that now.
Do what?
Did they break the barbed wire? Because I noticed they're going in and out the bottom of that under them ropes awful easily and quick.
And look at that. Ricky Morton puts his feet on the ropes and beats chains. And Don Carson comes in. And there goes Ronnie.
It is. Oh. I'm so glad she's flexible.
It did not work out well.
Okay.
Are you
And
dead?
Brian jumps off the.
You are going through this table, Ronnie. One way or the damn
Whether you
other.
want to or not, you're going through this table.
Yeah, let's look at this again. Oh, that is so funny.
Yeah, the only thing that hurts more than going through a table is not going through a table.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. Poor Ronnie. Oh, like, here comes a big power bomb. Wham! Oh, like Homer Simpson over the fire hydrant. This is as painful as it looks. Actually, it's worse. And like, it's over the freaking elbow. Jumps right into TV.
And not to mention the fact that when Brian went and put her through the table, Daniel was still on top of her.
Well, I'm glad that Daniel was able to, stop his forward momentum by headbutting that ring post because that looked like it really hurt. I mean,
that's not the first time Ricky Morton has had the "what in the hell do they do here" look on his face.
Yeah, watch this. Watch this. Boom. Wow.
And then Shades kicks the table and it lands on her again.
It lands on Ronnie.
She got that table whipped her ass that night, boy.
Ricky's just like, good Lord.
Hey, Ricky told people for years about Daniel doing that moonsault off top of the light show in Elkin.
Yeah.
He told anybody that would listen, he told me about this. He told anybody that would listen to him about that night.
Yeah.
It's just like Craig Pittman told anybody who would listen about Daniel hitting Steve Niles in the head with a flaming chair, and Steve Niles' head caught on fire.
Yes. That used to be on the opening of the show, too. That clip.
Yes.
I was rolling around with his head on fire. Oh, speaking of which, I'm glad you said that. Let's do a quick thing of people doing dumb shit and getting hurt on the internet, because I found a dandy today. Oh, my God. If I can get off of this. Lee Beck thing.
I told you it's a rabbit hole. You got to do it on your own, Matt.
Well, I'm always puppets. Yeah, worst ventriloquist ever. Let's see here. Let me get this thing pulled up here. It's I'm gonna try to back down the volume so it doesn't blow y'all's ears out. But this is this week's edition. And we don't do it every week, but this is this week's edition of people doing stupid shit and getting hurt on the internet. I hope you enjoy it.
Is it wrestling related?
Nope.
Oh.
That's not really good.
She's high as a kite.
One more time.
That reminds me of Steve Niles the night Daniel hit him with that chair.
Yeah, that's why I showed it. If you had I was gonna let it go, but
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that went horribly wrong. Man.
Yeah.
But
I guess we need to find. I'll try to find that show opening, Matt, because I think it might have the chair and Daniel coming off the.
I think it does. If it's
there was one that had Daniel do that crazy freaking flip in the mall parking lot.
Yes.
And I thought he died on.
Yeah.
I was outside the ring for that one.
Yeah.
We missed that Fright Night that year. We went to a WWF show, I think, and we missed all the fun.
Which one?
Guess I should stop missing shows for no reason.
Yeah, I started saying, what, you and Brian? Because Brian was there because Daniel almost landed on him when
Brian and I were not a couple then.
I
had a thing for Daniel Mays then.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I remember Ricky, like it had been like years ago, and Ricky, he goes all over the world. He's been everywhere. I didn't think he would remember me, because it had been such a long time since we had worked together, and so I was just hanging out in the back, and he was like, "Hey man, yeah, I remember you. Yeah, you did. Your partner did the moonsault off the light fixture," and I was just like, wow, that is so cool that Ricky still remembers that after all these years. I mean, it had been like it'd probably been about between over 5 years, maybe more when that had happened, because I wasn't wrestling. I think I was doing like a Legends match or something like that, and I wasn't expecting, Ricky to remember, but he did, and I didn't introduce
him. He told everybody about it for years.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's wild, the impressions you make after all these years, but still going strong after 31 years. And we got a big show for you this Saturday night. It's Extreme Content. What we were just talking about was 1998. Extreme Content started in 1999 in Stewart, and is going to be this year's edition takes place in Mount Airy at Veterans Park this Saturday night, and I cannot wait. It's going to be an absolute blast. Mm-hmm. So final thoughts before we get out of here. We've been going for over 2 hours again.
Am I wrong, or is there people on this Extreme Content that wasn't born when we had the first one?
Oh yeah, definitely. Jack and Claire.
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
If you can tell, Rick Diesel is proud of the long, illustrious history of the AIWF.
It's my ass. Get off my lawn.
Yeah, it blew my mind when I came back and got behind the microphone doing commentary and having wrestlers come up to me like, "Hey man, hey, yeah, I used to watch you when I was a kid." Mm-hmm. It's an honor to meet you. And I was like, wow, that is, that's it makes you feel good, that what you did, made such an impression on them that they wanted to do what I did, all those years. So yeah, it was a good feeling.
You can feel good, and I don't mean this to be a touchy subject, but I'm gonna bring it up anyhow. But you can feel good that at least your wrestling was an impression on somebody's kids, if it wasn't on your own.
Oh my God, Matt missed. My children came and hated it. They came last time and just hated it.
I come in that afternoon before the show started. One of them was asleep on the bleachers.
Darren was he's like, he just came right in, laid right down, and went right to sleep.
Right to sleep.
People were bumping around in the ring. Yeah.
And the other was over sitting in a chair like this. I was like, hey.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this extreme content, this the long tradition of
injuries
of extreme in the AIWF continues on. Maybe not the exact same way we used to do it, but it's still going strong, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Thank God we don't have to do it like we used to do it.
Yeah, that's why I was retired in my early 40s.
Hauling that heavy ass ring.
Wrestler's prime. I mean, if you look now, a lot of wrestlers in their prime now are in their 40s.
Yeah.
But
AJ Styles and his, close to his mid 40s now, and in his prime.
Jericho. He's like 100.
Jericho's in his 50s.
Yeah. And I don't think he's in his prime anymore.
Canadian Destroyers, and how old is he?
He's in his 60s.
Yeah, he's in like his 60, mid 60s at least, and maybe older. I don't know. I never questioned him.
Yeah. Ricky Morton's timeless, though. He's got some special gene that he's just got some special gene that he doesn't age like normal people. I think Flair's got it.
It's called love of the business.
Yes.
The love of the business.
But
that, and I think it has something to do with that beef jerky they sell at some of them shows out in Tennessee. That's homemade.
Yeah, those preservatives.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, did it? Matt, do some research. Maybe next week we could talk about body count.
Body count. Yeah, I remember body count.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's up to now. I heard he's like he's successful businessman now.
Yes, in Tennessee, I think he's got like a brewery or something. You need to research it, man.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Research body count. Because you guys are better at research than I am. I'm way too busy. Somebody research body count. And if you need to reach out to some of the guys out in Tennessee that remembers him, they can tell you all about it. They can tell you where to find his website and everything.
Would Jeter be a good one to go
to? Swear to God, somebody told me this, that he actually credits us for helping him in his business, because he said, this is what I was told, so he may dispute it, all right? But I was told, he told somebody, he credits the AIWF because he was very reclusive and in a shell, and we helped him come out of it by helping him with promos and putting him out there and doing a lot with him. And it helped him start his business or help give him the confidence. I can't remember exactly, but somebody can tell you the story.
I honestly remember him almost single-handedly shutting down a pizza buffet in Tennessee one night.
I watched that.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
Yes. We were
20-some slices of pizza, I think, he ate.
Yeah, it was incredible. Anyways, so, we talk about our nostalgia and all that kind of stuff, but just for you young wrestlers out here, you know what my favorite wrestling show is that I've ever been to? Always the next one. So we love to look back, but we like to move forward too. So don't ever feel like we're all hung up on nostalgia, because let's be honest, with nostalgia it's kind of dangerous, because you only tend to look back at the happy times, right? And remember the good times. I've tried over the years to remember that although wrestling was awesome in the 80s, my life wasn't, because my parents were splitting up and I was moving around and stuff like that. So all of the 80s were great. Yeah, for wrestling and music they were, but not for me personally. And I think it's the same way with any kind of nostalgia. You're tempted to look back and like, oh yeah, that was fun. Daniel jumped off the light show at Fright Night that night. Yeah, this was cool. That was cool. But we still had to take down and set up that big metal ring with that fucking spring And
Oh my God.
every time you
And
bump
riding
it,
that.
it almost hurt less to bump on the concrete floor, you know. So that's why I stayed behind the damn microphone. I took one body slam in that ring and I was like, oh no, not doing this.
and riding in that damn hot bus with the ring.
God, yeah.
The hot bus. Which bus? I know we had a couple
Both
buses.
of them.
Okay.
We had a big
We had a
yellow
short one,
I
which
just-
we probably earned, and a big one.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, the bus and yeah, it was just and we traveled
The old box truck.
when I first joined up in 96 and early 97, we were on the road every weekend, a different town. And it's like
I would
More
drive-
states, baby.
I would drive from Greensboro to pick up and possibly to Martinsville, then to wherever the show was, and I'd have a bunch of guys with me, and then we'd go back to Greensboro, not sexually, and we'd go back to Greensboro to my apartment, and then I'd take some home to Martinsville, and I'd take Brian and Daniel home to Mount Airy, and then I'd come back to Greensboro.
yeah,
I used to
So
get
there's
up.
a lot of driving.
I used to get up on Saturday mornings for all those years and drive to Martinsville, do a sometimes 2-hour live talk show, come back to Mount Airy, load up the ring, go to wherever, Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina, West Virginia. And then as many times, I've said it before and I'll say it again, as many times we come over that mountain on Interstate 77, seeing the sun come up on the horizon.
yeah.
And that old bus.
It was, I guess it was a relief to you, Rick Diesel, after Billy and I got established and you got comfortable enough after we moved to Channel 57 to
You guys took the show over. That helped a lot.
yeah, because you stopped coming every week. I mean, you still came when we needed you, but I imagine that did help a whole lot because we had 2 TVs at the time. You got to remember, we were doing Thursday night. I know you remember Rick Diesel because you were on all of them. We were doing Thursday night at Mount Airy. MATV, you know, that was the show that Ben produced, right? And then and so do that on Thursday night, and then you had to get up on Saturday morning and drive all the way to Martinsville and do that show, and then
I'd always get up about 6, 7 o'clock on Saturday mornings, be on the road by 8 or 8, you know, usually around 8, 7:30, 8 o'clock, and to get to Martinsville, do show prep. Show always went on what, 10, I think it was?
10 or 11, yeah.
10 or 11, depending on what Charles had going on. And we'd do the show, and I'd go jump right back in the car, drive back to Mount Airy, we'd get the ring, which we didn't have, you know, when there was times when, remember, Brian, we didn't always have the bus. Sometimes we'd have to load that freaking ring up on a U-Haul trailer and pull it.
Yeah.
And then come back, unload it, have to take a U-Haul trailer back the next day. There was many 18 to 20 hour days almost every weekend.
Yeah. So
we did. And these guys ain't got a clue nowadays what it was like back then.
And so
they got it like it's like they're all brought up with bubbles around them. You know what I'm saying? And feathers.
Well, I like it better now. Going to one building, you know, it's got a soft spot with me because that was the first place I did a show. You know, when I came to the AIWF, it was the first night was in Veterans Park. So it's always a soft spot for me. And you can call it a barn, you can call it a dump, whatever you want to, because I've heard a lot of people talk shit about it, but it's fucking home, man. I love that building. And since we got the roof on the building, I mean, nah. Would it be nice to have a posh air-conditioned arena? Yeah, but it really don't fit the gritty style of the AIWF, if you want to know the truth.
Right.
And I've been to true mud shows, and we are not much. I'm offended that somebody said that because I've been to some of those. God damn. Oh, sorry. GD.
I mean, we're the punk rock of wrestling. We're not polished. We're not, you know, we're the underground. We're what people who don't want the mainstream. Yeah, they come to us. And they come to us. They don't just come to watch wrestling. They come to watch AIWF wrestling. Right. They come to watch, you know, you see when Ty Tyson comes out, the roof comes off the building, Mickey Falk, you know, all these guys that have been established in the AIWF, that's who they're there to see.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny, like, my wife could care less about wrestling, but she likes to come with me to, support me and, have somebody to talk to in the car. And she sits up there and reads a book, but she sits out there in the car and she'll ask me on the way home, hey, what happened about 8:45 when everybody went so crazy in there? And she's 200, 300 yards away from that building, sitting in the car and can hear the loud pops from there. So, that's always fun to me. And she's like, yeah, I heard that reaction at the end, boy. What was that? What was that? And I was like, well, somebody got set on fire. Oh, okay.
Hey, we've been marching to the beat of our own drummer for 31 years. Yeah. It works. It works for us. It works for our fans. And 10 times out of 10, anybody who says shit about this show is usually somebody that don't like us because we don't let them on it.
Yeah, that's typically the truth.
Or they're just like, why can't we be around for that long? Well, you won't be. I'm sorry. We're one of a kind.
Yeah. And one of the reasons AIWF has been around a long time is because we spare every expense.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's one of the keys. Hey,
I wear clothes that might or might not have been illegally obtained from a hospital.
Yeah. Oh, and if you'd like to buy a used wheelchair, just call Rick Diesel at 336. Remember that Demi Moore movie where her ex-husband was stealing wheelchairs from hospital, striptease, I think it was called. Yeah, that's what that reminded me of for some reason. Oh no, I'm totally getting old, man. Everything reminds me of something else. Okay. Anything else, guys, before we get out of here? We've been going almost 2 hours.
We'll just do it again next week.
Before somebody else gets on another rant.
Yeah, we need to hold them for next week.
Yeah.
So if you're out there watching and you've enjoyed our rants, be sure to tell your friends to tune in next Sunday night, and we'll do it again because I guarantee you I will, because I'm on that shit now.
Yep. All right. Rick Diesel's weekly rant, and who knows what other kind of craziness we'll discuss. So be sure you join us at Extreme Content Saturday night in Mount Airy. Best concessions in wrestling.
Matt, one thing right quick. Hall of Fame for AIWF will probably be announced in July.
All right.
I could have waited on next week. I'm sorry.
That's all right. So get ready. We're going to find out who's going in the Hall of Fame this year. That's always a big, exciting thing. Greatest honor in my life. So I always look forward to it every year. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you at Extreme Content on Saturday and right back here on Sunday night, or if you're on YouTube, whenever you're watching. We look forward to seeing you. Thanks for the support. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, do anything you can to send us some stars. Help us out. Whatever you can do on social to help us out. We appreciate it. We'll see you next week, wrestling fans. Until next time, so long for now.